Meghan claim that they want privacy, yet have flaunted their lives to everyone they can, and of course they have been made fun of brutally for it. But apparently they are really upset with a new South Park episode that completely trashed them, and they are allegedly thinking of suing. I have a bunch of different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, whenever we hear about these two, things are only getting more ridiculous. They should know at this point that they are public figures and people are allowed to make fun of them, but that hurts their sensitive feelings because Meghan Markle apparently is upset and overwhelmed by the South Park episode that recently came out, which I honestly think is hilarious. South Park makes fun of every single thing in this world. It's not just them, but they are taking it personally. It says the Duchess of Sussex apparently doesn't think South Park is funny. Luckily I do, and luckily millions of other people do. It says Comedy Central aired an episode titled The Worldwide Privacy Tour mocking Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and their decision to move to the United States to seek a private life, and Markle allegedly isn't too happy about it. Now yes, these two individuals have gone on and on about privacy. That's basically their slogan at this point. They moved to the United States because they wanted privacy and a life away from the paparazzi and the cameras, yet all they have done since they moved here is basically beg for attention. It says their legal team are casting an eye over the episode to see what is wrong and what could be turned into something more sinister. This appears to be their course of action rather than laughing it off, enjoying the moment, and showing the world that they can get the joke. This only proves even more to people that they are so full of themselves. They are public figures, okay? And when you are a public figure, people are allowed to talk about you. People are allowed to make jokes about you. Most of your life is going to be public, and if they really wanted as much privacy as possible, you wouldn't hang your laundry out for display with books and Netflix specials and Oprah interviews, but that is exactly what they have been doing. And every move that they make where they're attacking companies and shows like South Park, it's only making their image worse. They have a multi-program deal with Netflix costing millions and millions of dollars from what we know. So you would think that they would want to have as many people on their side as possible. They would want people to like them because, of course, if they get more views on their Netflix specials, that means that maybe Netflix will come back and do more with them, or other companies will go, wow, they did a really great job and the numbers were solid, so we want to do a special with them. But no, their plan of action apparently is to make everyone dislike them. South Park appeared to be mocking Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in its worldwide privacy tour episode, and meanwhile the show didn't explicitly name the couple and began the episode with a disclaimer saying all characters are fictional, even if they're based on real people. And I personally think that this South Park episode is hilarious. This show is known for making fun of absurd behavior, predicting future social trends, and for ragging on political figures, so it's really no surprise they finally did this, and it just shows how sensitive Harry and Meghan are, because they're not the first and certainly won't be the last people South Park dunks on. It is very opinionated and critical humor, and it shows how little criticism Harry and Meghan can take, and how little they value other people's opinions, even if they disagree with them. I think that this South Park episode is probably going to be higher rated than their TV Netflix special, because as you can see, the Harry and Meghan, global event, as Netflix called it, that came out only a couple of months ago, isn't doing too great on the ratings. It is sitting at a 4.9 out of 10 with over 22,000 100,000 user reviews. People did not like listening to them moan and groan and whine and complain about how hard their lives are when they're living in, very expensive mansions. They're getting deals worth hundreds of millions of dollars from companies, and all they have to do is talk about how full of themselves they are. I personally didn't watch Harry and Meghan. I had zero interest in it, and it just seemed really distasteful to me. We even heard about how Netflix was apparently worried about their future with these two individuals because while, yes, this special did bring in a lot of viewers and it was on the top of the charts for a couple of weeks, it ultimately didn't lead to as much positive press for Netflix as they were expecting because, of course, we all pointed out the fact that in the trailers and in the special itself, they had old paparazzi footage that wasn't even from Harry and Meghan. They had, Deathly Hallows Harry Potter premiere paparazzi footage that they used that was supposed to represent what Harry and Meghan went through, even though it was years and years and years before they even got together. Just look at the user ratings here. The 10s and the 9s equal 24%, but if you scroll down, 46.4% of the votes, almost 10,000 user scores, are rated A1. Everybody seems to hate this. Everybody is very critical of what they are doing, and everyone was saying in these user reviews, yeah, this just was not entertaining. I have no idea why people even wasted their time watching this. I regret watching it. And of course, let's not forget about Twitter because everyone on social media has been mocking these individuals as well. Their names were trending for days upon days, and everybody thinks that this episode of South Park is hilarious. This is personally why I love South Park, because the creatives are not afraid to take shots at issues they feel people are upset about. People are saying things like, what makes it so funny is it is 100% true. Harry complains about tabloids digging into his family's privacy growing up. Then he himself releases a tell-all book discussing personal and private information of his family. Well, the only inaccuracy is that they let Harry speak and raise his voice, no less, instead of cowering behind her while she speaks for him. They should have had Meghan look like other American South Park characters. Other than that, it's effing hilarious. Of course, it's the cover of his book that says the prince, and then it's just a baby voice, wah, baby whining, which is honestly too freaking good. I think that this South Park episode was perfectly timed. I'm sure that it is hilarious. I've seen most of the clips online, so the whole entire episode has basically been posted. But it does seem like, South Park has hit a nerve with these two because apparently they are thinking of suing. If that actually happens, we'll see. I don't think that it will. That'll only make them even more hated, but they're allegedly very upset and overwhelmed by this episode. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.